Morning everyone. Well, it is where I am. Yeah, the obligatory Royal Enfield shot. Needs cleaning actually, so I won't let you look too close. Yeah, it got a bit dirty the other day. Right, couple of things. Let's put some lights on, shall we? So let's see what we're doing. Now, this engine I've been working on, I'm going to pull that apart again. Because you will remember I had this fantastic brainwave, whereas I thought I could drop the pistons in from the top and then bolt them up through the bottom, put the caps on through the bottom. Turns out you can't. Although I have, after an awful lot of fucking struggle, I have got one cap on and the nuts on. It was a real bastard and I can't get in there to torque it. So doing some research online. I don't know if you remember, but I said that the Haynes manual suggested that you build up the engine in the top case and then drop the bottom one onto it. I was following Dirty Garage Guy's video where he built it up in the bottom case. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that he's wrong. However, if I had followed the Haynes guide and built it up in the top case, then indeed I would have been able to drop the pistons in from the top and tighten them. So I'm going to do that, most of it off camera, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me tear that apart again. But I will switch the camera on when I'm ready to drop the pistons in, or when I've dropped the pistons in, and then show you that you can indeed, as far as I can tell, put the caps on and do it the way I wanted to do it. I may eat my words, but anyway, right, this engine that I painted a week or two ago, I don't think it's that bad, to be honest with you. You know, a professional painter is going to laugh his bollocks off, but I'm more than happy with the way that's turned out, given the state of the canvas, if you like, that I started with. Now, what I want to do next is start making this look a little bit prettier, because I really do want to get it dropped into the frame soon. First thing I'm going to do, if you look at these fins here, obviously they're black because I painted them, but I want to sand off the edge of those fins. I'm not quite sure how. I'm probably going to get a little drum sander on my Dremel or something and take that edge off, because that's how they were from factory. Now, if you have a look at this one that I've got in the bike at the minute, you will see that the metal on there is exposed. I'm trying to dazzle you with this light here and it's not working. So I want to try and recreate that effect. Also, this engine is more of a satin black, where I've painted mine gloss, but hey, we'll live with that. So the ER5 engine, from what I can gather, they're all painted grey, and the GPZ engine is painted black. Other than that, they're identical. However, they're not. Because as far as I'm concerned, or as far as my research tells me, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, and I know there's a lot of guys watching this who know an awful lot about these bikes because they've been offering me some fantastic advice, but the GPZ is 60 brake horsepower, and the ER5, and I haven't got an ER5 so I can't show you one. I did have, but I ain't got it now. They're 50 brake. Also, as far as I'm told, the carbs are jetted differently. It's got different camshafts on it, so it will open and shut the valves at different times. So if you were to transplant an ER5 engine into a GPZ500 rather, you would need to transfer all the computer box, the CDI and all that bollocks would have to go in with it. So yeah, also Again, I've not got this confirmed, I've only read it online, is that I think the selector drum is slightly different. So if you put an ER5 engine in a GPZ, whereas the gear change is 1 down 5 up, it would be arse about face, so it would be 1 up 5 down. Although people have done it, you just got to get used to a different way of changing gear. Anyway, that's what my research has led me to believe. I don't know it's absolute gospel. You guys willing to comment? Then you know different. I'm all ears, because I'm learning an awful lot about these bikes. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to try and sand off the edges of those fins, get my Dremel out, and we'll crack on. Right, let's see if we can balls this up. Dremel at the ready. Go for it. Got like a little barrel sander thing on it. I think it's going to work. It's creating a bit of shit and dust, but I think that's going to work. I'm obviously going to have to be really careful not to go over the edge, and then I'm going to have to try and polish it as well afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to crack on and finish that. Right then, that's this side done, and I like it. If we go really close, you know, it's not an expert job, which is just as well because I'm not an expert, but does that not look so much better? So right, to the other side, I did switch over to my palm sander for doing it, because I was finding that the Dremel was a little bit harsh digging into the aluminium and what have you. So yeah, let's crack on and do the other side. And there it is. That's that side finished. Like I said, if you get really close, you can see it's not a perfect job, but it's as good as my skills will allow, and I'm very happy with it. And then the other side. There we go. Right, we're not finished. I think we need to get that scruffy top off, which is not a straightforward unbolt it and bolt the new one on, because the new one is here and painted, but I've got to address all the little bits of chrome and shit that go with it, like these things here. They should be chrome, that plate and that plate should be chrome. Those washers around those nuts, they should be shiny chrome. So let's what should we do? Let's get this bolted on first. There's also some filters that go in there that I've got to find as well. So let's get it dropped on and then start making some shiny bits. Right, slight change of plan. I've took this nut out of here, and it's actually 3 pieces. Now it's got a lot of paint on it. That's not a problem. I can clean that paint off and get that nice and shiny. This piece here is 2 pieces, so there's a rubber washer in there, and then there's this metal cap. Now at some point in the future, I've got all the kit inside, I've had it over 6 months, I'm going to do some zinc plating. Never done it before, but I want to include those when I do that zinc plating. Now there's lots of nuts and bolts and bits and pieces that I want to do when I start that, so I'm not going to fire up all the kit just to do those top sections. So for the time being, we're just going to leave that and come back to it another day. Right, I'll tell you what we are going to do though, if I can find them. 1 second. Now this here, oh shit, nearly fell over. Just leave the gin alone. No, I'm joking. Right. I ordered these some time ago as well, and I've not checked them, but this is supposed to be a full set of engine bolts, like casing bolts. Don't look enough, to be honest with you. Don't look like there's enough of them there, but I think what we'll do is we'll look up some torque specs. What I should probably, the best way to do it is I'll take one out, replace it with one, torque it up, next one out, etc, etc. It's going to take me a fair bit of time to do that, and you don't want to see me fucking about screwing bolts in one after the other. So I'll cut here and I'll come back and show you when I've got some of them in. Right, progress so far. I've done all the clutch cover bolts. There we go, all Allen head stainless. That's what I've got left. I don't think there's going to be enough for everything, but I think it was only about 12 quid for this kit of bolts. The water pump's already got Allen key fixings in there. I don't know if there's enough in my kit to replace those as well. I'll leave it for the time being. If I haven't got enough, I'll do one of 2 things. I'll either order some more stainless fixings, or I will just zinc plate what I have and see how that looks. If it looks shit, then I'll have to get some stainless. But yeah, there we go. That's when you heard me banging on in the past about dressing the engine, this is exactly the sort of thing I was talking about. Let's do some more. Right, I've nearly finished this side. I thought I'd turn the camera on for this last 2 just to show you what I've been doing. So, out with a bolt. Just make sure it's the same size. Replace one stainless. Now, all these stainless fixings come with a washer, like so. That's not even fucking focused. Oh, I don't care. I'm sure you know what a washer is. The ones that come out of it did not have a washer because they have like a shoulder on it. So that's the main difference. So we'll pop it in there. I'm just using this screwdriver. I know it's an Allen key, but I'm just using that just to run it up. And then torque wrench, 11 Newton meters, which is what the manual suggests. It don't seem very tight, but there we go. And then the last one, last one on this particular case anyway, not the last one of the job. Okay, same again. Turn it in with a screwdriver. torque wrench, 11 Newton meters. And that is the magneto cover, fully equipped with its stainless fixings. So, I'll get you zoomed in, I think. Zoom out. There we go. Few left. I'm imagining some of them are probably for the chain cover. I'm not sure. But yeah, looking pretty. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, I have done a little bit more to this engine. There's not enough stainless screws in that kit to do everything I want to do. Pretty shite really. But I have ordered a load more from Temu, really. Really cheap actually. About, I don't know, tenner for a whole shitload. But I've put the nice new shiny top on. I've put them on, although that's temporary because them screws have got to be changed. This is temporary because all these screws have got to be cleaned and changed and everything. But it makes it look quite smart. So yeah, we're more or less ready to drop it in the frame, to be honest with you, because everything else I've got to do with it can be done while it's in there. This frame here, buried under all this shite, if you've been following the channel, I had that shot blasted and powder coated probably back in February, I think it was. It's July now, nearly August, so we've not exactly been rushing about on this one, have we? But yeah, we'll soon be putting that frame in, that engine in the frame rather. Right, I think that'll do for now. Catch you on the next one.